Hello, everyone, and welcome to All Things Hadar. I am so happy that you guys are here. I've had kind of an unusual day today. I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, just popped up out of bed, wide awake, ready to go. Sat down and looked at YouTube, which is interesting because it's not like it's not my go-to thing of what I do daily or what I do in the morning or anything like that, but I just felt like I was going to do that, so I did that. And came across a video that I watched that I was like, wow, this is really good. So I took a bunch of notes on it and have that slated to do work around those concepts this weekend. And anyway, it's just been an unusual day for me. I went for a glorious walk this morning. Walking is a common thing for me. I love to walk. I don't know, it was just beautiful. It was breezy and sunny, and it was not hot yet, and so it was just a gorgeous morning. So I'm hoping that all of you have had a wonderful day today, morning this morning, afternoon this afternoon, whatever this is for you, a wonderful night, and yeah, it's just really been great. Okay, so for those of you who are new, welcome. We're so glad that you've decided to join us or that you have found us, and we hope that this video and this channel resonates with you and that you choose to become a part of our channel. For those of you who are returning, thank you guys so much for your continued support, you being here. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, if anyone's wanting to know more about me or interested in working with me, you can check out my website and other information in the description box below. And I think that's about it. We're going to jump in. I'm doing this reading as just an open read of whatever I say up most high, but God, source, spirit, universe, great spirit, ancestors, whatever that is for you. We're just leaving it open for information to come through of whatever is to be known at this time. Okay? Oh, got a delivery. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. All right. I was able to catch that, though, before the dogs all went crazy. So I'm happy about that. All right. So let's see, this is, so I don't know, for some reason, I really felt that I just wanted to sprinkle these out. I'll have to move them, of course, when I start pulling cards, but it's just some really just beautiful, beautiful snowflakes and angels. We've got wish, dream, hope, and then just some little tiny gems. And yeah, oh, look at that. 10 of Pentacles. And interestingly enough, so pine cones have really been making themselves known to me of late. I realize that the pine cone is something that many of us feel, believe, represent a concept or idea or symbolism of our pineal gland. Some people say pineal, some say pineal, so however you pronounce it. But I just liked how each of these are like in their own stage of opening. And I've always liked pine cones. I don't know, I've just always thought that they're pretty cool. But I don't know. I just really felt to pull those out here today. So maybe that speaks to somebody. Maybe yours is under construction, so to speak. Maybe it's being decalcified. Maybe it's in its awakening process. Maybe it's in a healing process. We do have victory. And that's the second time this card has come out that since I've been shuffling and recording for this channel. All right. So let's get going, guys. Let's see. Utmost high, what do you have for us now? Thank you. Ooh, okay, wait. That's just way too many. Let me get the ones that flew onto the floor. Ugh. Okay. Lady, leave him be. All right. So apparently we have things we're discussing today. Goodness gracious. All right. No, we're not taking all of this craziness here. So we need to get into some order here. Leave him alone. Go lay down. No, ma'am. Mind your manners. Sorry. She's chasing after Napoleon. All right. First one out. We have the Seven of Swords. Okay. So Seven of Swords to me talks about things like, and we'll have to see how it unfolds with what else comes out. But it can talk about, you know, sneakiness, thievery, deceitfulness, things like that. It can also, though, to me as a reader, it can also talk about just leaving behind the things that are no longer important, leaving behind that which is no longer serving, and leaving behind, because he's leaving behind this whole village here. And there's, I don't know if you can see it very well, but there are people over here, and in other decks, they tend to show up a little bit better. But it can also, to me, it can also mean, okay, so I'm leaving behind the stuff that just no longer serves. I'm taking what's mine or what is important, or sometimes we've only gotten rid of some of the baggage, but we're still taking baggage with us, but we are leaving a situation, an environment, a relationship, a group. There's something that we're leaving behind that's just no longer serving. We'll see which way that this unfolds as we go through the reading. Okay, what else? Thank you. Okay, again, we can have this, can talk about being confused. It can talk about options. It can be talking also about what are we wanting to manifest. For one, notice they're both sevens. So 7, 77. Seven may be a significant number for you. You may be seeing them, or you may start seeing them. Or it may be just, you know, good for you to look up the energies of the number 7 and the number 77 and see what comes up and if any of that resonates with you. This can also talk about too, though, because we're leaving things behind. It's almost like, okay, you know what? I have been wanting to create, see how these 3 center ones are in what we would think about as good things, right? A special person, which has yet to be revealed. You know, we got these jewels and baubles, if you will, that represent wealth. And we have the victory over, and when there's a skull in there. So I would say it's victory over that which that has died and fallen away now because we've left it behind. So I feel like it's almost like, well, I'm leaving stuff behind because I've been wanting to create this. However, all of this stuff, which is out here on the background of the card, is what's been actually getting in the way. So there's been a choice and a decision and actions to back it up, to leave this stuff behind that is just no longer serving, creating opportunities to come forward. Okay, what else? Nope, that's too many at one time. Let's keep it to just you know, one at a time. Napoleon, you're spinning me around here, buddy. See, now I said one at a time, and now it's like, oh, okay, yeah. See, so there was a lot of heartbreak, or this could be something of the past, or it could be almost like, you know, yeah, see, we have the 2 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, so choices and decisions. It could also be like, you know, yeah, leaving that behind, whatever that is, a person, a place, a situation, an event, a combination thereof. Whatever that has been, it could be creating, you know, some heartbreak. Could be that there was some sort of a betrayal that went on, backstabbing, backbiting, I'm hearing, just, you know, gossiping, talking about you behind your back, somebody being very two-faced, and it, you know, it was just this decision to leave that behind. Now, even when we make these decisions to leave these things or these people behind, or even our maybe belief systems that just are not serving us anymore. You know, whatever it is that has been left behind, it has caused heartache. It has caused some grief. There may be some mourning over having to let go of some things or some people or something, whatever. However, that, oh, look at that. We had something that was turned over. A union. We have the 4 Wands. So this could be some sort of a union that has been broken. And or it could be talking about a victory that comes through and was made possible from the leaving. And we did have the success come out a couple of times. I'm sorry, Napoleon has really parked himself like right in the middle of my lap, and I'm trying to shuffle around him. Okay, so we had the Empress come out, the Divine Feminine. I feel like this to me talks about just about us getting into our Divine Feminine space, and it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, we all have masculine and feminine energies. I feel like that this is about getting into that place and that space where we are more in touch with our Divine Feminine self. But you also figure the Divine Feminine, she's very fertile. She wears a crown of 12 stars. Okay. To me, this talks about having cosmic and or like energetic compatibility, companionship with the cosmic or the galactic. But she is very fertile. She's also usually very nature. So she's like very grounded, but she's also very spiritual. She's very nurturing, which would make sense because if we've gone through this, right, we're wanting to be very, very nurturing for ourselves. We're wanting to take the time to invest in healing and in learning. So what can I walk away from and say I've learned from that? What have I learned in that walking away? We do have the Tower that also came out. And as I like to say, you know, we have a tower or a portal moment. Whatever quality that's going to be, that's up to you to decide. Now, choosing something to be a portal moment doesn't mean that we ignore the fact that it can be challenging and it can be painful and it can hurt. But we can choose to look at it as, even when I know it's hard and even when I don't always feel it, or maybe I don't even always believe it, I can hold the faith, the hope, the idea, the concept, the energy, whatever it is that works for you, and that this is actually a portal moment, meaning it is disassembling those foundational things that just are no longer serving and are just not aligned for me anymore, so that it can bring in something fresh, something new, and a new doorway, a new portal way for me to walk through. I hope that makes sense. Napoleon, baby, you're going to fall. Thank you. All right, next. I was going to take that, but it started to pop in when I tried to move my hand so that I could grab it. I sometimes think I need to have like a bench seat here instead because of Napoleon. Yes. Okay. So the 4 Swords. So we do have healing. We're having a time where maybe we feel like things are paused, or we feel like we're just never going to be the same. And you're right. You won't be the same. You have a potential and an opportunity, a portal way to come out better, stronger, healthier, more in tune with yourself, more in alignment with yourself, depending on how you choose to look at things and how you choose to process things. But we do have the 4 Swords here, which is about healing. It's about downtime. It's about processing. It's also a time for planning. You know, it can be a time of, okay, so this is what's happened. This is where I'm at. Where do I want to go? What do I want to build into my new foundation that is going to work for me in a more aligned, stronger, healthier, better way than what has been? Okay? I hope that makes sense. Excuse me. I would also say too, and I like to point this out, is how very, monochromatic type feel this is here, right? And you see that we've got these swords are pointing down at this person, but they're not touching them. They're not even actually directly over them. But it can feel that way at times, right? It can feel like that. But we have full color. The new blooming, the full color is right there. So it is close at hand, even if we don't see it, feel it, experience it at this time. All right, let's get one more. Let's get one more. Thank you. Hermit. Yeah, see, so again, you've got the Four of Swords, which is usually a time when we are maybe not truly in isolation, but we tend to kind of pull back our energy a little bit so we can go through our healing process. And this is then again confirmed by the Hermit, who does have this tendency to stay to themselves. They have a tendency to in some cases, they have this we have this tendency to isolate, because we really need to kind of just pull back, pull our energy together, and spend quality time with ourselves to bring in healing and the potential for deep insights in our healing process, right? Okay, yeah, we have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So this is kind of, again, falling in line with this. We are still planning. We are still working on things, even if we are in that energy where we've pulled back. Okay, let's see. All right, we're just going to pull a card for each one of these to go so a little farther. So let's get a little more on the Seven of Swords, please. Let's get a little more on the Seven of Swords, please. Thank you. Oh, on the floor. Oh, on the floor. Napoleon says, oh, good. Cards to play with. Oh, look at that. The Seven of Swords is clarified by the Seven of Swords and the Page of Wands. So I feel like this is just saying, you know what? We realize, we, whatever that is again for you and your system, there's an understanding that this was something that was not easy to do. It does feel like this is something that was really huge, like maybe it wasn't about just leaving behind these two things, but because it's here twice, maybe it was about leaving behind more than just these two things because we have it duplicated. It can also talk about that it was a betrayal that went much farther, much deeper than what you had anticipated, if it was rang for you that way. And with the Page of Wands, I feel like, so I'm getting this like in two different ways. One way is that there was this person that came in who was all, creative and fiery and really talked about all of this awesome potential and this, that, and the other. And they ended up actually being either a false person or a person who, through their own choices and decisions were led astray, and you were caught in that flow of that, right? Because of choices and decisions you made, either with that person or separately, but it just didn't work out. The other way I'm getting this is that the Page of Wands is a fresh opportunity coming in, something that could be a communication, could be an actual person, can be an idea, but there's about passion, creativity, movement, learning. Could be about learning something new, but an opportunity or a communication or a message of some sort. Okay, let's talk some more about this Seven of Cups. Can we get some more on the Seven of Cups, please? Seven of Cups, please. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's too many. Nope, that's too many. Let me get the one that fell. All right. That's too many. We'll take these. All right. So Seven of Cups is clarified by the Justice card. And Judgment. Wow. What a combination. Very powerful combination. Okay. So the Seven of Cups, like I said, can either be about confusion, or it can be about options and opportunity, or it can be, hey, I'm shifting my focus from all of this stuff on the outer part that just wasn't working and is negative. I'm done with it. I'm focusing on this stuff. Whatever there is about this situation, you have both Judgment and Justice. This is, to me, is huge. Two major arcana cards. This is a really big deal. There will be justice in this situation. I would say be open to what that can look like, because I can speak from personal experience. We can think that justice is going to look like this, and it comes out looking like that. But justice will be served. There will be a balancing of scales, and there is a brand new beginning. And in this Judgment, look at that. You got the sun on the bottom of the deck here. In this Judgment card, in this particular deck, this Rider-Waite deck, the reviewing part is done, right? These people aren't standing around reviewing things. They are allowing themselves to be open and vulnerable to a brand new beginning. And the trumpet is already being blown. We see that by the sound coming out of the bottom of the trumpet, right? The trumpet is already being blown. And that means that the new beginning, it's the new beginning. It's not the reviewing time. It's not the downtime. And it's interesting that he stayed on the table. This is the Knight of Wands, because it is one of the cards that fell out when I said, whoa, no, too many. So I feel like the Knight of Wands wanted to make itself known. And I feel like this is saying, again, we had the Page of Wands here, then it's the Knight of Wands. So again, this could be justice around this person who maybe was someone who was very spontaneous, very, what's the word? It's not spontaneous. I want to say it starts with an I. Oh, shoot. I can't think of it. It's interesting because I was thinking of a word that starts with an I. It's not spontaneous, but it's something along those lines. And what I got was somebody insecure. So maybe you were dealing with somebody who was very insecure, or maybe you were feeling very insecure. And whatever that is, for whoever that was for, that played a role in how things played out, and why the choices and decisions that were made were made. Darn it. Oh, bring that word back to me, please. Or bring that word to me, please, if it's part of the reading. But either which way, with this card wanting to make itself known twice now, I would say that it could be about, again, somebody's insecurities made them act in a very rash manner. And they leaped before they thought about anything. And that can be a good thing sometimes, but it can also lead us into trouble a lot of times. So it feels like that might have been one of the things. Maybe that's their characteristic and they haven't learned the lesson yet of finding balance in that. For others of you, it almost feels like whatever this justice and judgment is whatever that's going to look like. It could be something, just a minute, I'm going to sneeze. Never mind, it went away. it feels like it's something that could be coming very quickly. Like you're thinking that this is something that's either never going to happen or it's going to take a really long time to happen. But whatever this judgment and justice is, it could be telling us that it's going to be coming about far quicker than what you thought. Okay, we have the Three of Swords. Let's take a look at the Three of Swords. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and thank you. All right, that's the last one. I think that was this one first, this one second, this one third, and this one fourth. Okay, so what I'm getting in this, and the reason you saw me like carefully trying to turn them is because I wanted to turn them into the direction that they actually came out in. So this is what I find interesting about it. And this was actually kind of canted. Okay, so I feel like we've got again another 7, guys. So 7, 7, 7. We have the 7 of Wands. So again, maybe very beneficial for you to look up the numbers 7, 77, and 777. It feels like with this heartbreak, there was a lot of bickering, a lot of arguing. Maybe there was just a lot of, I'm hearing the word disgruntlement. But there was also that someone, whether this was you or the other person, but a very firm line was drawn. This is the boundary, and I'm not violating my own boundary, and I'm not going to let you violate the boundary. And it feels like that's what it was. This choice and decision to do all of this, to do this walking away, to leaving this stuff behind, to doing your healing work, right? Laying your new foundations, reshifting your focus is what is going to be able to lead you to this true 10 of Cups. Now, whether that means having someone new in your life and having, a family, a new family, or if this is just a healing on your family and maybe looking at your family from a whole new perspective in its makeup. Okay. Okay, that one was last. I don't really remember which one of these came out first, but we do have the Hermit again. And this time the Hermit is on its side, which to me is saying, it's almost there. I feel like you're rounding the bend, as they say, in the journey, meaning coming to that light at the end of the tunnel, because this ending has either already happened or you're healing the burdens. You're letting go of all the heaviness. And or because again, we have this new beginning and justice is coming in or is in the process, wherever you're at in that these burdens will be dropped. And this is, either you is going to, once those are dropped and this has been served out, is going to allow you to pick a new direction, or you've already picked a new direction because you've made that choice or decision to put your foot down and say, no, this is my boundary. This is what I'm doing. So you've chosen that direction, and we're not seeing the Three of Wands yet. So far, it may still come out. But this person has made their choice and decision. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a weight on the end of this one. They've turned their back on that. They're like, no, I'm leaving this burdensome, heavy wands behind. He's still up at the top of the castle, which means he hasn't gone down to the beach yet, like we see often with the Three of Wands, where he's done the work. He's gone from up on top. He's come down to the beach. Now he's just waiting for the ships to come in. And it could be that it's going to come out, but it also could be just, you've made your choice of decision. The world is your oyster. You've picked which one you want. You're just waiting for this to play out and come to its completion, which we would see with the 10 of Wands. Okay. Let's get clarity on the 4 of Wands. So thank you. Okay. Thank you. Interestingly enough, look who's on the bottom of the deck. We have the Empress, and here is the Empress. So, Yeah, see, and again, it repeats the same thing I just said. Empress energy, right? Divine feminine, being very nurturing, very healing. She's very strong. She knows herself. She knows what she wants. She's fertile, blah, 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 right? Everything that we've talked about already. Had all of this conflict, all of this arguing, fighting, that kind of thing. And there it is, moving on to calmer waters. So I do feel like, that's all of everything I just said. So I just feel like that's confirming that and validating that. Okay, this one was over here. I am going to pause here really quickly and just say, sometimes people are like, well, but that's not the order that it was. She's got it wrong. The thing is again, I am an intuitive reader. I will pick these up in the order I think they came out, but there's times even when I know what order they came out and they're telling me no, that they want me to, switch this or that, or they're just, if I don't know, I just trust. I trust that Utmost High, God, Source, Spirit, Universe, Ancestors are guiding me, and they are very much a part of this reading. And they will let me know if I have something and I'm doing it in the wrong. They let me know, okay? So just wanted to say that for somebody out there. I guess somebody needed to hear that. All right, so clarifying the Four of Wands, which is either about a union that fell apart, or it's about the hope to have a union, or it is about a victory from all of this, okay? A celebration, which I'm kind of inclined to believe it's a celebration because it also came out to clarify it is the Three of Cups, which again is also about celebration. We have the celebration, the Three of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords, okay? There's a reader, Awakening to Spirit. Love her. You should check her out. And she always makes me chuckle because she says, to her, the Queen of Swords is the cut a bitch card. I feel like this is you where you were like, no, here's my boundary. This is my line. I'm not going to violate it. I'm not letting you violate it. This is how it is. And she's very, the Queen of Swords is very clear-minded, clear thinking. She's very logical. She can acknowledge the emotions about it, but she makes that choice and decision from a knowledgeable, educated place. Okay? And it doesn't matter if other people think it, believe it, or whatever. She moves by what she knows is right for her. Okay? I hope that makes sense. So we do have her here. And then look at here. We have the Page of Pentacles. So again, I feel like because you've made the decisions that you made over here or that you will be making, again, we have this Ten of Cups coming in. We have the new choice, the new decision, and the actions that were taken to put that into play. We have Judgment. We have Justice. And then we have this Page of Pentacles coming here with this reasons to celebrate. And I feel like, again, that it's because of the work you've done, you've created this opportunity for this Page of Pentacles to come in. We also had the Queen of Wands coming in. Here's the interesting part. Queen of Swords is, like I said, she's very logical, very clear thinking. She, educate, research, knowledgeable, make my decision and my choice. Queen of Wands is very, she's very knowledgeable. She's very wise as well. She's very well liked. She's very personable. She's very passionate. She's very creative. Impulsive. That was the word I was looking for over here. Someone who was very impulsive and hadn't learned to control those impulses in a way that honor her passions and creativities. But she has also learned the value of knowing when to rein in and when to let loose, when to push a little more and when to hold or when to pull back. To me, when you're in Queen energy, you're in an energy of knowing what's what. You're in an energy of mastery to that new level. If you're going to come up, baby, come up. You just got to be careful. Napoleon wants up, but he keeps falling off because he wants to get spread out, and I'm sorry, my lap's not big enough for that. Come on, if you're coming, babe. It's okay. You need help. There we go. Oh, you're such a big boy. Oh, he's twisted. Hold on. There we go. All right. So now let's look at clarifying the Empress. Okay. So let's clarify the Empress, please. Let's clarify the Empress. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let's see. So we have the Empress in reverse now. The Empress is in reverse now. And again, nothing to get freaked out about. It could simply mean that maybe wherever you're at in this, you're working on getting into your Empress energy, and maybe you just haven't made it that far yet. So I don't feel like it's anything to be concerned about. Not with everything else that I'm seeing here. We do have an ending. So, and again, because we have this, you had the 10 of Wands here. Now we have the 10 of Swords. So with the Empress coming out as a clarifier for the Empress in reverse, but she came out with this 10 of Swords, I would say, and yet you figure what they're clarifying is in the upright, okay? I feel like what it's saying is that whatever this 10 of Swords is, whatever this ending is, it may have knocked you for a loop, but you will get yourself straightened out in that. Because, I mean, let's face it, anytime we have a big ending, and again, here again, this, oh my gosh, it's still, and you saw me shuffle. We still have the 5 of Wands and the 6 of Swords coming out. So again, all of that conflict and disgruntlement, and then moving on. And I'll get to this in a minute, but we also have the 8 of Cups, which again is moving on, moving on, moving on. But I feel like whenever we have major endings, and come on, look at how many swords are in there. This is a major ending. It can hold us, or not hold us, it can knock us for a loop. Right? And I feel like that's kind of like what it is. It's like this ending either knocked you for a loop, or this is what your energy was before this ending came. And once this ending happens, it allows for you to get turned around, almost turned around into the upright again. So it's almost like whatever was causing the misalignment or being in reverse, it gets straightened out with this ending. And then we also had come out here, the 8 of Cups. Now, this is one of the 2 cards in the Rider-Waite Tarot, or in most tarot, that has the sun and the moon. So an eclipse of some sort, whether it's a lunar eclipse, a solar eclipse, a partial, a full. And we do have an eclipse happening in Aries. I'm trying to think of what day that is. But it's around this time of this recording. I feel like it's coming up here in the next day or two, maybe a few days, but I feel like it's coming in pretty quickly. So whatever this is, I feel like, when, again, this eclipse, this person has already left these behind, and they've already crossed over the emotional, the water, and they're already on this other body of land with solid footing. So I do feel like, again, that's just showing that, that's how you get yourself into this upright position again. Okay? All right, we're going to look at the Tower, which I go to split it. Oh my gosh, you guys, you just can't make this stuff up. I think it's so cool. So I go to clarify the Tower, and I split the deck in half. And again, this came out again, right? The 5 of Wands, all the conflict and fighting and the bickering. And the Tower came out again when I went to clarify the Tower. I just find that crazy. All right. All right. Let's clarify the Tower, please. Let's clarify the Tower. Let's clarify the Tower, please. Let's clarify the Tower. Ooh, ooh. Oh my gosh. See, look at that. Oh my gosh. You guys saw me shuffle these. And yet they still came out. Oh, where was it? I swear I saw the Tower flip out again. But this came. Oh, there it is. See? Yeah, it did flip out. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. Okay, so the 5 of Wands and the Tower came out again. Even after doing the, you know, shuffle right that way and then the shuffling. And yet they still came out together again. So this is big, obviously. It is a really big moment. It is a really big shift. It is very, very, very foundational. It's like almost seeing a bricklayer who built this whole foundation and then they get done. And it's almost like, you know, when all the cement or whatever it is that was used has hardened and it's done. And then they stand back and they go, oh, crap. Right? Oh, crap. Now I got to, you know, you got to get in there with the hammer and the chisel and you got to get this stuff out. And if you have to bring out, I don't know what it's called. I'm not a construction person, but that thing that is like an electric saw that they use on cement and it does water at the same time to keep it from overheating. And I feel like, you know, that water to keep it from overheating is just the analogy they're giving me to let you know that, you know, yeah, you don't have to be scared or worried. You know, it can be very uncomfortable, of course, but this is something that is for your best and highest. And I feel like, because again, then we have another 3. So again, 3s may be very significant for you. 3 of Pentacles. And this can be about, and it could be that, and you got the 2 of Cups, okay? It could be that you're going to end up meeting this new person, whether this is a partnership, a collaboration on a project, a new friend, a new family member, a romantic interest, whatever this is, right? That this is, it's very aligned. It's being watched over. We have the angel here with the lion head. It could be you're dealing with a fire sign. Could be just that this is a very strongly watched over relationship. And it could be that it's going to come about from some sort of a collaboration, some sort of a partnership, people coming to you for your service or whatever it is that you provide, which they're holding a chalice here. So people could be coming to you for whatever it is that is your craft, right? And it could be that this new person is someone who comes to you, or it could be that someone who comes to you knows this person and ends up introducing you. But I feel like, you know, it's just know that all of that discomfort, it's not in vain. It does lead to something good. Okay, let's clarify the 4 of Swords, please. Let's clarify the 4 of Swords. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I know everybody saw this and was like, oh, you know, it's okay. Reverse doesn't have to be scary. Okay. We have the 10 of Pentacles that came out in reverse. We have the Star card that came out in reverse. And we have the Wheel of Fortune, which also came out in the reverse. Now, here's the reason I'm saying it's not anything to get worked up about or to think, you know, oh my gosh, I'm not going to have those, because that's not true. I feel like the reason they're in reverse is because it's just letting you know these are things that are coming for you. I mean, we see here that you've got the 2 of Cups, okay? I really feel like this 10 of Pentacles, the wish fulfillment, the Star card, which is not just one wish fulfillment, it is one big, major, major, major wish fulfillment, but it has almost like this domino effect of other wishes coming true. It's also about, again, balance, right? Which we see here with the Justice card. It is about balance. And we see the wheel, right? I feel like the only reason those came out in the reverse is because either you are in your healing mode, and therefore you're in this Four of Swords healing and in the Hermit. That's a very definite healing mode. This is time to be taken for you, for self-love, self-care, self-healing, self-learning, self-connection, self-support, right? And I feel like once you move through that energy, which I feel like the meeting that is going to take place here is going to support and help you to get through that in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like this 10 of Pentacles, the Star, and the Wheel then will be in the upright and things will start moving. It's just they're in the reverse now because you're in healing mode. Okay? Let's clarify the Hermit, please. Can we clarify the Hermit, please? Oh, okay. Thank you. Emperor energy with the Empress. So this can be, again, about a very divine counterparts, very strong power couple. This can also be, again, about balancing the masculine and the feminine within. We have the Queen of Cups, okay, who came out on her side. So it could be, again, just, getting the emotions into a healthy position, getting them, how do I say that? Getting them organized, I guess, almost in thought, because look, she's very, very much in this introspection. She's really focusing on it. She might be over focusing on it. You know what I mean? Like we do need to acknowledge our emotions and heal our emotions, go through things and allow ourselves to feel. It's not about shutting them off by any means, but then there's also where it moves from being beneficial to being like ruminating or being stuck in something along those lines. All right, what else do we got? Oh, okay. We have the Four of Cups. Now, some people read this as a missed opportunity because this person is so focused on the past that they don't see the offer that is being held in front of them. Now, if that resonates with you, and again, because over here we have this collaboration opportunity coming, a meeting of somebody new coming. We also have the Wheel and the Star, okay? I feel like that in this particular case, this Four of Cups is saying you may feel like, again, because we have the Queen of Cups who's staring at the cup, she's so intent on it. I would say be open to considering pulling back a little bit from focusing on what was and look forward to what holds potential to be, what can be. What do you want to create? What do you want to bring into your life, right? We have the Sun card. And I feel like that this Four of Cups, this is the offering of the Sun to you. This is the Sun being offered to you. Think about that for a minute. That's a very powerful thing to have offered to you. We also have the King of Wands. So again, maybe this person coming in is a fire sign. We also have divine counterparts here. Again, so you have divine counterparts twice, Emperor and Empress, King and Queen of Wands. This could be about two different people coming in because we have two people that come towards you here, but then one that is chosen. So some of you may have a choice to make. Others of you, this person is very fiery, very passionate, very creative, but again, they have that mastery. Okay. We also have the Chariot. So It's almost like once things get out of this hermit and this healing mode and you allow this to come into your life, right? You hold the potential to allow then for these sudden changes, quick movement to take place. Okay, which again, we've got 10 of Cups, the Sun, and the Star happening here. So very solar, very cosmic, very planetary, very galactic in its energies to me here. Okay, and then we had the 9 of Pentacles come out. Financial freedom, abundance, and on her own. She's on her own here. Now that doesn't necessarily have to mean that she's alone, has no companionship. I feel like it's saying you're going to be okay either way, right? You can either be on your own and be totally fine with that, or you can be in a relationship. I also feel like that this is the kind of energy that you're moving towards, so that it's almost like finding yourself. You know what I mean? Like all of this happened so that you could come into your own, so that you could come into yourself and find that beautiful, that beautiful blossoming of yourself. Okay. Yeah. On the bottom of the deck, we have that mastery again. And lo and behold, the Strength card is sitting on top of the 4 of Swords, which again, we have the 4 of Swords right here, which is sitting on top, sitting on top of it, the 10 of Pentacles, the Star, and the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like there is this self-mastery over learning, again, when to pull back, when to pull back, when to go forward, when to push just a little bit, and having that self-mastery over the impulsivity, the recklessness that can come when we're in that Wands energy, or in any energy actually. But it's learning to have, again, that balanced, healthy kind of control over our mental, our emotional, our actions, right? And again, we have the 9 of Cups. So you've got the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. This is self-contentment. Contentment in your life areas, contentment with your life, you know, feeling good, smelling good, being good, right? And then we have this Success, which is what popped out at the very beginning when I was still shuffling. Oh, look, and there's the Knight of Wands again with the 10 of Swords and the Queen. All right, so anyways, there you go, guys. I hope this was helpful to you and that you enjoyed this reading. As always, I enjoyed my time with you. And until next time, we'll talk again. Please, don't forget to hit the like, the thumbs up. That really helps this channel and helps me. And it helps get these messages out to others who could benefit. And then, you know, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share, of course, if you know anyone who could benefit from this. Until next time, guys, bye.